welcome to another episode of Jazzy J Man coming at you live. The topic today we're going to talk about ICE. Look, Donald Trump got ICE rounding up people. They started in New Jersey. Well, that's the first thing that I heard about it. Matter of fact, it was Newark, New Jersey, at this veterans place of business. They just, no warrants, nothing. Just in there arresting people. The veteran happened to own the establishment that they went into. They arrested him too. And he had proper ID and they still didn't believe him because he looked like me. He was Latino. But I'm going to say this about you Latinos. For you Latinos, the ones that voted for Trump, let me say that shit again. I want to be specific. And the ones that look like white people, that want to be white so bad and want to be accepted by white people, they want that whiteness. I know a lot of y'all probably got family members that are undocumented. If you voted for Trump, I hope they send all you motherfuckers back. Yeah, you might not like my language, but I meant every fucking word I said. I hope they send every last one of you motherfuckers back. Where I live at, I see a lot of Latinos and Mexicans in Walmart and places like that. And they look at black people, they look at us like we fucking stink. Just nasty motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. I really don't. Y'all ain't shit. Especially you fucking Mexicans. California, Utah, Arizona, Texas, and Colorado used to be Mexico. And you motherfuckers let the white man come and take your shit. They took your shit. And even after they took your shit, you still want to be white. That sounds like some fucking insanity to me. Y'all need to get your goddamn head examined. And those are the hardcore fucking facts. Everybody in this fucking country that got civil rights, they got them off the backs of black people. We built this motherfucker. And y'all got a nerve to fucking hate us. Matter of fact, us and the indigenous people of this land are the only people here that are not immigrants. We're not immigrants. We're descendants of chattel slavery. We ain't never gonna know what our name would have been. We ain't never gonna know what our language would have been because we can't speak our language. We don't know what our first and last name would have been because we had the name of the slave master. We have his last name. And the first names we had to assimilate into white society. We was forced into this shit. We didn't come over here of our own volition. We were kidnapped from the continent of Africa, our home. And then, you white motherfuckers, the colonizers I'm talking about, you got a nerve to call us lazy after you came on the continent of Africa, taking our fucking resources, got us digging them, you didn't do no goddamn work, and then turn around and call us fucking lazy. You motherfuckers is something else. But you Koreans and all you other nationalities in here that got your fucking civil rights off our back, we're not saving the presidente again. You motherfuckers want your fucking civil rights and your voting rights and shit, you march on your fucking own. We're not marching with you. We're not marching with the Asians. We're not marching with the Latinos or any other fucking group. I just went to Costco's and I got me a whole lot of fucking popcorn where I can kick back and enjoy the fucking show. I'm going to enjoy this shit. And this is for you white folks that think somebody's coming across the border to take your goddamn job. Ain't nobody coming across no border to take your job. But see what's really going on for Vet Ramaswamy and motherfuckers like him and Elon Musk, they want to bring the Indians, people from India over here, which is on the continent of Africa, because I know y'all don't fucking know, to do IT work and work for $20 instead of paying Americans for those jobs $45 an hour. And the reason being is they ain't never got to make them citizens, and when they get tired of the motherfuckers, they can kick them out the country. That's what that shit's about. But you think somebody taking your job. Nobody taking your motherfucking job. So now you taking all the Latinos out the country, the ones that are picking all fruits and vegetables and working in the turkey plants and chicken plants and all that shit, because you ain't never worked in no shit like that. You ain't never did no hard work. All you did is point, do this, do that. You don't know what fucking hard work is. The ICE Roundup. That's what I call it. The ICE Roundup. They got the right name, ICE, because them some cold-hearted motherfuckers. They cold. But you know what? That's what y'all voted for. You Latinos and you motherfucking mega maggots, that's what y'all voted for. And I hope you get everything that you fucking voted for. I certainly do. Thanks for watching another episode of Jazzy J Man coming at you. Peace and love, and give someone a hug.
So Donald Trump's massive immigration raids today were a colossal failure. I know this because I have sources on the front line, and I'm going to tell you everything that I know. If you don't know who I am, I'm CFH Unfiltered. I'm a combat veteran and former sniper, and speaking out against injustices are my way of continuing to serve my country. Don't forget to follow me on the other socials. Let's get started. So one of my sources sent me an email the other day of a memorandum. I'm going to put that on the screen, pause to read. Basically what this memorandum is saying is that the federal government has all hands on deck. They are stopping most federal law enforcement's current tasks, and they are all tasked with rounding up poor brown people, right? I mean, that's basically what it is. So this includes the Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Marshals, the DEA, the ATF, the FBI, Department of Justice, and of course, ICE. So that means that those federal departments are no longer looking for, I don't know, fucking terrorists, and they are rounding up poor farm workers. So just keep that in mind. All hands are on deck right now. And today, the massive raid started, and they did not hit their daily quota. Fucking hilarious. What a waste of time. And here's some quotes from a few of my sources. I personally didn't arrest anyone today. LOL. Sat outside for 12 fucking hours though. It was an insane waste of resources. I guess I have to drop all my actual criminal investigations to do this nonsense. You have no idea. We just sat out there. It's hard to determine how many federal officers did these raids, but talking with all of my sources, it's estimated between 5,000 and 10,000 people. They are no longer working at the ATF, the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and they're working on rounding up poor brown farm workers, right? And they didn't even hit their quota. They, out of 5,000 to 10,000 officers that are on duty doing these raids right now, they only arrested 1,000 fucking people. Now you got to understand that These officers are getting paid roughly $100,000 a year to do this, plus all of the resources. This is an insane waste of time and money. And that is the sentiment among the people on the ground level as well. Don't forget to follow me if you like this kind of content.
Just overheard a man at the gas station said, well, I'm glad he won. I can't wait for him to get rid of all these goddamn Mexicans. Great, Phil. I can't wait for you to get on that roof and do it, you fucking dumb bitch.
We are not here. We black women. I usually don't speak for the whole collective, but I feel okay saying it now. We are not here to be your whipping post. We did that for 400 years. You got a powerful country out of it. You're welcome, but we're not doing that shit no more. So find another target.
You know why it's so hard for a lot of white people to admit our complicity and active hand in racism and white supremacy and understand that systemic racism is real? Here's one of the reasons. Because if you as a white person begin to understand and believe that, that means your mom and dad were wrong. Your grandparents were wrong. Your teachers were wrong. Everything you've learned about history is wrong. The shit you've heard about cops is wrong. The entire foundation of this country that you know it to be, that has been taught to you, you will realize you were lied to. Everything you know about the criminal justice system, schools, banks, fucking housing, credit, food deserts, the medical field, the mental health field. You're going to realize everything that you were taught about that shit if you've never addressed white supremacy or racism. You're going to understand internally, if you start to unpack that, all that shit was wrong. You've been lied to. This is why so many white people want to return to this perceived right to comfort, because it creates an internal panic. When you realize your entire fucking foundation was formed and created and uplifted upon lies, white supremacy, white violence, racism, dehumanization, you're going to deconstruct all of that shit if you choose to. And what you're going to be left with is yourself. And then you have to understand, I have to understand, the complicity in the active hand in the role that I carry out in racism, in white supremacy. And instead of saying, holy fuck, dude, I was wrong about everything. Everything was a lie. Everything, race really does play into everything. Instead of doing that, the gut reaction is to push back against people who have the Black, Indigenous, persons of color experience in this country, to push back against them and tell them that they don't know their history, that their life experience is wrong. You see how that's not logical at all? I always say, once you start pulling the string on the sweater, everything will fucking unravel. And that leads to an identity crisis, which will force you back into being comfortable so you don't have to address yourself, so you don't have to address your family members, so you don't have to address your friends or your churches. Or it will cause you to radically change to a point where you might lose everything, but will find your humanity instead. Choose your humanity. Choose to walk away from whiteness forever.
We interrupt this programming for a special news update. In preparation for Donald Trump's re-election, the White House has installed a new sandbox. The hope is this will keep the fragile little man baby occupied and out of the way so President Musk can do his job. Well, that remains to be seen. It does appear that Donnie is enjoying playing with his toys. I just hope he doesn't get any sand in his diaper.